In Commitment 2026, one of Florida's most generous political donors says he will not be stepping into the governor's race.
Attorney John Morgan says he's not running, but he is going to make a run at starting a new political party. As West 2's Greg Fox explains, the decision comes as campaigns across the state are ramping up the election year.
I am not going to run for governor of Florida.
That announcement on X is one we've heard before from attorney John Morgan. The man Forbes magazine branded the tort titan has spent $14 million+ in the last decade and a half to pass the medical marijuana amendment in 2016 and the wage amendment in 2020, which this September will make the hourly minimum $15. But in 2017, the longtime mega donor of mostly Democratic candidates left the party and has several times hinted at what he announced Monday.
I believe what's missing in Florida and across the country is a third party. Not no labels at third party.
Morgan says he'll soon file elections paperwork to give voters a new choice beyond the Republican and Democratic parties.
I hope we in Florida can kickstart a real third party movement in the United States, launched in Florida.
Forming a new political party isn't exactly new. Besides the two major parties, there are 15 minor political parties in Florida, but all combined, all the registered voters in those minor parties make up less than 500,000 people, about 3.5% of the entire state. The chair of the state Republican Party calls Morgan's promise a waste of time.
People have been driven away by the woke agenda of the Democrat Party, so he's reaching out to those disaffected Democrats. He's not going to take voters away from the Republican Party. They like what's being delivered. We're adding more voters. We're going to have a 1.5 million voter advantage over Democrats.
But Democratic Orlando lawmaker Anna Eskamani thinks it might work.
I think that if he wants to start another political party, I say competition is good. I think it's important for there to be a marketplace of different ideas. And again, I think he's also speaking to the frustration of Floridians everywhere.
Morgan says the name of the new party will be established by a contest in which he'll pay the winner $100,000. Greg Fox, West 2 News.
Now, Morgan tells West 2 details on the naming contest for the new political party will be coming in a few days.